Daniels at the Boxers Trench Channel. What's happening with it? How y'all doing? Beautiful day. Not too hot, not too cold. Actually, considering what it has been in the past, hot, right, is a beautiful day, in my opinion, right? Y'all might feel otherwise, and that's okay. Same thing with boxing, right? We agree to disagree and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Now check this out here. Like the last card that Turkey Al Sheik put together was one of the best boxing, uh, one of the best boxing events of the past. I want to say 10 years. What's going on, D Mexican G? Man, I've been missing you, man. What's up with that? What's up with that, bud? One of the best boxing events of recent years, right? And I say that because we haven't been getting great events. You know, Al Heyman put in a lot of work to become one of the best promoters slash advisors, if you will, in the game, right? But I just don't think that Turkey Al Sheik has the compunction to be competitive with a guy like Turkey Al Sheik. Turkey Al Sheik is on a different level than most of these promoters in the game, right? And I say that because he's constantly recreating boxing in the sense that it makes boxable again a desirable sport, right? Now, I think it's safe to say that in past years, right, boxing took a hit. It took a hit in the sense that the promotions that were being created, right, were lackluster, luster to say the least, right? And I say that as a person in the sport that totally loves the sport and follows the sport. You know what I mean? So I feel confident in believing that with Turkey Al Sheik, we are having a renewed, a revigoration of the sport. And shout out to Turkey Al Sheik. Shout out to those who are participating, such as myself, as at recreating the sport, making the sport a viable sport again. Shout out to us, man. Shout out to us. Uh, uh, Shout out to the Mexican G. The Mexican G said the fight were a little disappointing on Saturday. I would have to make the difference on that, G. You know what I'm saying? I thought that most of the fights were really competitive. The fights that I had problems with were actually Shakur Stevenson, right? Shakur Stevenson put me in a position. I don't really go off into that because I'm gonna come back on that one, right, and do a podcast on that, right? But um I am on the same page as the Mexican G when it comes to that aspect of the car Shakur Stevenson, right? And I hope I'm not to it because I'm gonna sit on the proof because he put together some heavy better. But we both liked it. I a trilogy. The feature better V right is on and about to be a new resource to the trilogy. And you know, that also opinion. It's a waste of money. It's a waste because in my humble time, Dimitri Bill is 34. And it's kind of go better the is 40, right? And that goes to one of the fights on the card uh, with Carl, but I not at liberty to pronounce the heavyweight's name, right? But he fought Joseph Parker, and Joseph Parker knocked him out. What in the? No, I take that back. That wasn't Joseph Parker. That was. I was a young cat, a new boxer. As a matter of fact, help me out on that, domestic G. He was a young boxer, right? To the game, as far as I'm concerned, right? And he knocked out uh, the gentleman from China, right? I can't recall his name either, but I'm quite sure those that follow boxing know what I'm talking about. So I brought him to the attention of the chat because in uh, the fifth round, right, he was out of gas. You know what I mean? He was out of gas. You know what I'm saying? He was blowing really, really hard, right? And he was showing signs of fatigue after the second round, right? And I'm just making mention of that to um, make my point with Bivol versus Beterbiev, right? And the trilogy. Now, in my opinion, I think that the same outcome will happen again when it came to Beterbiev and uh, Bivol, based on the fact that Bivol is 34. Beterbiev is 40, right? I mean, you can get into um, some hellacious uh, arguments about the age differentiation, right? But I'm here to tell you, as a result of being older myself, right? And I have occasion, especially when I'm working out, and I throw some sharp combinations or a triple or quadruple set of jabs, right? My mind goes back to the fact, damn, that was pretty dang good. That was pretty impressive. I wonder if I could, you know what I mean? No, we're not gonna go there, right? We're not gonna go there because when you go older, your body starts to deteriorate to a certain degree, right? Physically and mentally, right? No, not to a certain degree. Factually speaking, it starts to deteriorate as you grow older. Certain things that you did when you were younger, you start to no longer be able to be as concise, especially in boxing, as you were when you were younger, right? And I'm saying this because I feel like at the age of 40, same way with the guy that got knocked down from China, right? He was out of gas at the fifth round. This was a 12 rounder, right? I mean, and he had some nice skills, but the skills didn't supersede his condition, his ability to do 12 rounds, as was the case with the youngster. You know what I mean? And the same applies to Better B, right? He's 40 years old. He still looked marvelously well against Bevo, right? At the end of the day, a bit more aggressive. You know, a combination, right? Would double up and with uh, Better B would throw and more punches. Would turn around, punch, right, and outdo time the nice or Better be a nice punch, right? Better be Bill was throwing 10, right? And it with that was all through Beaver was saying had Bevo had B, right? And I mean listening and it comes to the credit it is, right? At some point to growing, right? And this is what that we can. Our mind keeps telling us we can do it, we can do it, we can do it, but don't do me like this. You know what I'm saying? That's just a polite. I mean, I love your music. You know what I mean? And if you love sports like I do, find you something to do in a sport. Find something to do in a sport, right? I'll never for another because I love the sport, man. I just such love. Not Jason. Not at 5-870, right? And we can have a conversation with it. Now, the next like me, although there's narrative, I agree with particular answers where some of the where they were under the caps on that. Right? Their opinions. And They acted like shit. Britain, right? The way back that I haven't seen in a long time. You know, Britain. I mean, he was basically unhittable. Unhittable. I mean, both about got shame. They versus boxing when I'm right, a lot of units too. I mean, hey man, really need something that you need to stop doing. In your house, like, of course, it's from the show. Bang is hook is. I can't even describe that thing, man. It is a loop, right? A hook is bam, stepping off your right foot and put some pressure on it, right? Bam. He swats. There you go. He swats his hook. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying you about boxing, and right? That match, I would. They get away with stuff like this. That's why I don't know, man. I don't know. But kid, because usually a big box, you're gonna put energy to the crowds. And I'm just saying, man, you know what I mean? Great box, right? And these cats, they want to be great also, but he does. And of course, he has to survive as long as he has. Professional, it ain't come through. And I've been known for somebody. Here's the day. As a matter of fact, video coming on today, and it is about Shakur Stevenson and his lackluster performance. If an event that he fought, it would be all bad. It would be all bad. Man. And see, the thing about Shakur is he talks a lot of gangster stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? He advocates that gangster thing in the boxing game, right? You know what I'm saying? He got to come back for everything instead of getting his rump in a gym, right? And obviously, if his trainer, I'm talking to Pops, whoever his trainer, I don't know who your trainer is, whoever your trainer is, right? And they don't critique you about the correct way of throwing hooks, the correct way of throwing punches, right? Now, you need to get rid of it, but not disrespecting the kid, but just factually speaking, if he letting you get away with that swat type of hook, right? Man, you need to go somewhere. You need to let him go. No, I gotta say that, right? Because he obviously don't have control over you where he can say, or he don't know better, right? Where he can say, man, check this out, we gotta do something with that hook, because there ain't no hook. I don't know what the hell that is, man. I mean, I don't know how you get I don't know, I'm gonna say this again, how you got this long in the sport of boxing without getting dusted. There's a lot of things anyway, man. Hopefully at 2 o'clock I gotta work out first. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this by Shakur's funny boxing style and uh how long he would last with Jonathan Davis. This is gonna be a good one. But I wish that somebody like Tank or Shakur would tap in, right? So we can have this conversation online, right? So I can choose Shakur Stevenson up and spit him out. And I got a few things to say to Javante too. Javante is proven to be a decent boxer. Decent. Not great, but decent. And he has got this much publicity because of who? Who? Anybody know? Floyd Mayweather Jr. Floyd Mayweather Jr. put Gervonta Tank Davis on the map. Now, whether he is grown enough, whether he got his grown folks draws on, and is big enough to say, yeah, you're right, which I don't think he has his grown folks draws on, y'all. I don't think so, because he do a lot of retarded, childish stuff too. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, that's pretty much my take on that. Let me give you the variables on why I say Dimitri Bivol and better be right. His face, he's 6 feet tall with 24 wins, 12 opposition on Saturday, which is gonna be. He's never been stopped, no draws, right? And as a matter of fact, the most important thing that had to do with that event was the undisputed relationship that he had with the event, which was Dimitri Bivol is now the new undisputed lightweight champion of the world. You know what I'm saying? And hey, it is what it is. Dimitri Bivol worked for that. He worked for that. I'm gonna say this to y'all. Dimitri Bivol need work too on a lot of stuff. That most of these dudes fight with grit. You know what I mean? They fight with grit. Now I know, misinterpret me. They can box, but I see a lot of errors in their game, man. I don't know if that's unusual for a trainer to say, damn, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? If that's acceptable to y'all, but that's what trainers do. That's how they become great trainers. But because they um, see things that the next trainer don't see. You know what I'm saying? And that's what creates the win versus the loss. It's the trainer, man. You know what I'm saying? And here you go. Arthur Beterbiev is the years of age. He's 6 feet also with a 72.8-inch arm reach. He's right-handed. 21 wins. 20 by knockout. 1 loss. 2. Dimitri Bivol. He never been stopped, no draws, right? So they want to do the trilogy. I say that's totally up to Turkey Al-Sheikh, but if you listen to me, Turkey, it's a waste of time because the outcome is going to be the same. That being said, man, I got to get up out here and get ready to go work out. Yeah, I do that. The old man still put work in. So yeah, so hit the subscription button, hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section and let me know if y'all think that the trilogy that Turkey Al-Sheikh wants to put on, whether it's a waste of time or not. And share the video with your friends and relatives. I'll be back at 2 o'clock. Be there. I'll be square later.